I wonder why they keep re-releasing the Final Fantasy games. I mean, duh, they're making a ton of money, but seriously. This looks and feels just like a Super Nintendo game. It's... they didn't change anything for the remake at all. It's... I mean, they changed a couple of things, like adding this bonus dungeon, and... frankly, I could live without this bonus dungeon. It's not very good. It's just... fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. I mean, nowadays, now that we have, like, the virtual console and things like that, you'd think people would just, you know, download the original Final Fantasy VI, rather than paying $40 for a remake, which is basically the exact same thing. It's not all that different. It's not different enough, I think, to warrant a brand new remake. And everybody's going to die. Oh, okay, now I recognize the Magic Master. That was the, boss that was on top of the, you know, the Magic Tower. I was wondering who that boss was, and why that boss was giving me such trouble. It's like, no, oh, okay, that was the boss that was really, really tricky. You know, maybe I should take back what I said about the remake version of this game, because there have been some SNES remakes which I think have been universally panned as really, really bad, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time remake. It just doesn't compare to the original. They completely changed everything for that one, and pretty much changed everything for the worse. Perhaps it's a good idea that they didn't change anything for the Final Fantasy VI Remake. They could have completely ruined this game. So maybe that's why they didn't change anything at all. They wanted to be sure not to ruin anything. Either that or they were just lazy as hell when it came to porting these games to the Game Boy Advance. I think it might be the latter. Just be lazy as you can possibly be. The game is going to make a bunch of money whatsoever. I mean, no matter what, the game is going to make a bunch of money. So you really don't have to work that hard on the remake. Maybe that was their philosophy. That's a possibility. That's a definite possibility. I guess we won't know. I guess we won't know. Actually, no, maybe we can know, because, let's compare this to the other Final Fantasy games. I mean, compare this to, say, oh, I'm gonna have to heal my buddy here. Where was I? I mean, compare this to, say, Final Fantasy 1. Is this game in any way different than Final Fantasy 1? No, not really. It's basically random wandering around and going through dungeons, fighting the exact same random battle 1,000 times. In fact, they didn't even change the victory music. Yeah. Seriously, this game feels exactly like Final Fantasy 1. If you play Final Fantasy 1, you will understand. It's same thing as this, same exact experience. Random battle after random battle after random battle, random wandering around, random encounters, random. I mean, at least for this game, I guess because it was the Super Nintendo, they tried to throw in a little bit of plot. Whereas the plot, I mean, the first game had a plot. It was like, I don't know, wander around randomly and find the 4 crystals in order to save the world. This game has a little bit more of a plot, but it's just so darn predictable. You can see everything coming way before it ever happens, so I wouldn't recommend the plot. I mean, I've heard some reactions to, like, my videos. Apparently, it's supposed to be a super big, humongous, life-changing twist when Kefka destroys the world. I totally saw that coming. Am I the only person who totally saw that coming, or... Because apparently everybody else was completely surprised and thought it was a brilliant, genius idea, and I'm all, oh, okay, so what's happening now is that Kefka's destroying the world, and we're going to switch to a different overworld. I don't know, I mean, I'm asking these questions, but it would be helpful if I had a Final Fantasy fan to actually, answer these questions, because I'm just talking to myself right now. Okay, well anyway, these bosses are putting up a bit of a fight, which must mean I'm close to the end of the game. Thank goodness. How about that Kefka? He was an evil bad guy, wasn't he? Certainly liked killing things. I wonder why he took over the world and then decided to leave our heroes alive. I mean, if he really is an evil bad guy, wouldn't it have been easier for him to just kill all our heroes right then and there? Why did he just, you know, let them wander around and give them as much time as they needed to level up and get strong and join forces again? That seems sort of like an oversight. What was he doing in Kefka's tower? What was he doing during, you know, the entire year-long gap between the world being destroyed and when the game picked up again? Was he doing anything? Maybe he was building his tower. Or maybe he just used his super magic powers, because apparently he has super magic powers. Maybe he used those to build his tower. Yeah, seriously, what was Kefka doing? I'm curious now. Was Kefka seriously just sitting in his tower doing nothing all day long, waiting for our heroes to reunite and then show up again? Is that seriously it?